Make your home more comfortable, more stylish, more dramatic. Make your home more beautiful and energy efficient. Philips Lighting makes it easy to select the right light. Now you can transform your home and your energy bill. Philips. Sense and simplicity.
Roger, I know you might not get this, but I've got some news.
Yes, we're reading you. I made some
Roger,
repairs.
my God.
Some very important repairs, and
Where have you been? We've been worried sick.
We're out here in Montclair, New Jersey, and which is a little bit far away from New York, but it is an extraordinary venue, not just for the New York area, but anywhere in the U.S. The Builders Association is a New York-based company. We started in '94. We have made 15 large-scale multimedia productions.
The Builders Association is kind of an amazing team because we have such a great process, and we can afford to have everyone in the company in the room for 6 to 8 weeks working on a project. Having us together and working through the whole process of the show, including the script, I think is what makes the work so great.
Pretty much every single one of our shows has been an exploration of sort of combining media and live performance in some integrated way. Liz Diller and Rick Scofidio approached us about creating a theater piece based on these two real-life stories. So it was a very different time in terms of how we related to geography and time and space. You know, it was an extremely involved collaboration where we both worked together on every stage of the process. We did all the concept work together, we did the scripting together, we went through a few playwrights trying to find somebody who would write the right kind of text. The idea of a sailor who faked his journey around the world. You know, this guy got out into the middle of the Atlantic and realized he wasn't going to make it. His boat was falling apart around him, but instead of sailing back to England, he circled off the coast of South America and sent radio signals back, indicating that he was making his way around the world. The second story is about a true story about a grandmother who flew with her grandson from New York to Amsterdam, Amsterdam, New York. They flew 167 times consecutively until she died of jet lag, or really died of exhaustion. But these very early storyboard ideas of the sailor and his little screen, and the idea of this composite screen where it would look like the sailor was at sea, and then the idea of the airport being these backgrounds where the the walkways and the escalators provided the sense of motion. That was something that Liz and Rick and I developed together. I mean, I don't think any of us would call it a play. It's more like a performance that embodies these ideas. So in that way, we're both kind of working more like conceptual artists, not necessarily like architects or theater directors. I mean, one of the things that's been incredible about working with Jennifer is that she is extremely perceptive about how to pull the live actor out of a media scape. So I think a lot of lighting designers today tend to muddy things by using, big gobos and a kind of lighting that tries to compete with video.
Jennifer Tipson has been a large influence in my life. I learned about her when I was in graduate school. Her style of lighting was groundbreaking. It's very clean. She has a great sense of architecture, and her lighting supports the work. It doesn't overtake the work. I think that's the biggest difference between her and other lighting designers, is that she's really there to support the work and make it as beautiful an event as possible.
The idea of making a world that the actors live in with light that then sort of sits next to the video allows us to make a very integrated world where the actors and the video are sort of intertwined. And I think Jennifer's a huge part of that because her eye is incredible, because she's a very simple, subtle designer. She doesn't do more than she needs to, and because she is always looking at the live actor and not at the media around them. We definitely always start with the ideas first. I mean, there is no reason that there should be video on stage unless there's a really good idea behind it. But to continue to use media in an imaginative way means that you have to have an idea that justifies using the media every single time you start out. So we really go concept by concept.